so let's get into it. This is going to be the first time I have tried using the Lazy Girl or Femi Beauty Polygel method. I'm going to be using this nude nail extension gel kit that I got from Makartt and some XXL ballerina full cover tips. I like to use the Kiara Sky Bond as a dehydrator. Even though it says a bond, it definitely helps to dehydrate the nails. And the Young Nails Protein Bond is my favorite, so that's the one I'm using. I'm going to go ahead and go in and file my nails. So I like to use the 100 grit side. It's just a little bit smoother. My nails are kind of really thin right now. I'm working on that. So we've got some vitamins. I'm taking biotin and iron to try to help with that. But in the meantime, we will just cover it up with some nails. So here I am. I'm just going in with the protein bond now after I've filed. That's just going to help make the polygel stick and last longer. Now I'm going to go ahead and go in and size my fingers. I'm pretty familiar with which sizes they are, so this goes pretty quick. And I do use the same size for both my ring and my index finger, so I just went ahead and sized with the same one to make sure. Now that I've got them all sized out, I'm going to go ahead and pick out which polygel that I'm going to use. We have Lemonade, Khaki Rose, and Lipstick Pink. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Lemonade just because that's a lighter color. It looks like a really pretty pink, so that's what I'm going to go with. And here I'm just going to go ahead and put the full cover nail tips down, not the concave side down, but the concave side up. That's just so you can make sure that you put the polygel inside of the tip. This is how you do the Lazy Girl Femi Beauty method. So you just go ahead and you don't need to prep the inside of the nail. Just go ahead and start squeezing the polygel in there. This nude extension gel is a little bit of a different texture than the regular polygel. I've only used the Makartt blue polygel kit, and I got it like last year. I've done a couple sets with it, but this polygel was definitely a little bit thinner. I do think it's meant to be squeezed out of the tube. I found it really difficult to use a brush to kind of smooth that out. You'll see me here with my Makartt polygel brush, and I'm gonna try to smooth it out, but I kind of struggle quite a bit with it, and I don't use the brush at all after this nail. So like you can kind of see that I have a lot of that sticking to the nail. I'm kind of like brushing it off, making sure, checking the other side, there's no holes. It looks like it's pretty opaque. There's nothing that's too transparent. And then you just go ahead and you push it onto your nail. You don't have to push hard. You can see I'm kind of like lightly pushing and kind of adjusting it. It kind of suctions to your finger if your nails are curved enough. I did have issues on my other hand with it, not quite wanting to stay down, but we worked through it. So here I cured it for just about 10 seconds, and then I go to the underside to try to flatten out that lip that kind of occurs at the free edge. I did not do very well, so you'll see me file later the underneath side of my nail just because it was a little chunky under there. Like I said, this is my first time trying the polygel Lazy Girl method, so I wasn't exactly sure on how much product that I needed to put into the nail, but honestly the end product is really nice, so I'm okay with, you know, the extra work I had to do to file out the underneath. So I'm just going into the second nail. You can see here I'm just filling it all up again, making sure I don't miss anything on the sides, checking the underside, and we're gonna go ahead and put it on the nail. And sometimes whenever you're pushing it down, you can get a little bit of the polygel that kind of squeezes out onto your cuticle or just over the full cover tip. So you just kind of grab a brush, wipe it off. I use alcohol instead of acetone to wipe it off. You can see this is when I'm having issues with it, doesn't want to stay down, so I'm just going to kind of push it down slightly. So here I am, I'm just going to hold it under the lamp just for a few seconds to make sure that the air bubble is gone. Once I'm comfortable with the feel of how it is, you kind of feel the polygel suction to your nail a bit once it's curing. Once I feel that, then I'm okay to go ahead and lift my finger off. And here I go again, just trying to fix that little ledge that forms at the free edge. And I'm going to go ahead and flip and put them under the other side just for about 30 seconds. All right, so again, this nail, I seem to have some issues getting it to stick. I just kind of wipe off what stuck to my finger, put just a little extra down into the nail tip. I think it was just too thin originally, honestly, so it was just popping up and smearing and making a mess whenever I tried to push it down. So I just put a little bit extra down there at the cuticle, and that seemed to work for the most part. I was able to get it to actually want to stick onto my nail, but I still held it just for a little bit because I was kind of scared that it was gonna make some bubbles. And at this point, I still had no idea what I was going to be doing on these. I really liked the pink, but they seemed really plain, especially since I've been trying to branch out and do more nail art, things like that. So I kind of just looked around and I saw some gold stickers that I got in one of the Makartt nail decor sets. So about here is when I realized, okay, I'll probably put some stickers on here. Gold should look good with the pink. But yeah, I definitely did not start this out knowing what I was going to be doing. I tend to look at like pictures on Instagram or, Pinterest, get ideas on what type of nail I even want to do, whether it's long or stiletto or, in this case, ballerina. And then after that, I'm usually too overwhelmed by looking at everyone else's photos and all the different designs that I'm at an artist's block, if you will. So that's essentially what happened here. I got the really nice shape and I wanted something to look cute on it, but wasn't sure. So I'm just going with my hand file, just getting the little tip that's on the edge of the full cover nail tips filed off, and then any of the extra polygel that kind of got stuck to the side. Especially at the free edge, it kind of, like I said, it bulged out at the free edge because of pushing down the polygel, and I definitely probably used too much. So I was just trying to get rid of that. I'm kind of off camera here, sorry guys. But here I go in with my Makartt Stephanie e-drill. I really like this drill. It's a great price, and I've been using it for about 6 months now, and I haven't had any issues. I do really like the Chiaroscuro nail bits though. This is the 5-in-1 fine in rose gold. They have them in, I think, 3 different colors, but certainly recommend the 5-in-1 bit. It works for basically anything. I was able to get it underneath the nail and kind of even that free edge out. Here I grab the stickers. I'm kind of just holding them over my nail to decide which sticker I even want to use. And so I decided to go with a B on my thumb, and I couldn't find any tweezers, so I'm like struggling with my natural nails trying to get these stickers off and then using my chubby little fingers to try to place them. 0 out of 10, don't recommend doing that. Grab a pair of tweezers. Mine were just downstairs. I didn't feel like walking down the stairs, especially since I was already recording. So yeah, I went with the B on my pinky finger as well. I just went with a smaller one so it wasn't as, I guess, obnoxious on the nail. I think the big one would have looked out of place for sure. So I just grabbed a smaller B to put on the pinky. And yeah, I'm thinking they're looking really cute at this point, but I can't decide if I want to do another B on my middle nail or if I'm going to do something different. So again, I'm just going to lay the stickers back over my hand and decide what I like. And I found this one that has little squares and dots on it, and it looked very cute. So I decided to do that on my ring finger and my pointer finger. I tried to even them out the best I could, like right in the middle of the nail, but honestly, I can't even tell now if they're straight. And then I did a little, it looks like a little Louis Vuitton design on these ones, on the middle nail. And then I'm just trying to decide, do I want to add something else or leave it? Do we like the cuticle stickers? And I decided I liked them. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in with the Makartt. It says it's a matte top coat set, but it comes with a base and a regular top coat. So I'm just using the regular top coat to go in and seal in those stickers. You can't really tell that they're stickers once you top coat it. I think that if you leave them on without top coating, it makes it, it's obviously not going to last as long because the edges of your sticker isn't like sealed off. But I do think you can see the edges more also without top coat. So I go in with top coat over my stickers. You definitely don't have to do this, but I just wanted them to be extra shiny as well. So I'm just going to top coat all of those, and then I'm going to go under the light. You will notice that I am top coating from my pinky over to my thumb. The reason that I do this is because I find that if I start with my thumb, the top coat tends to run to the side, and that makes sense because if you look at your hand, if you just hold it out, your thumb is going sideways and the rest of your fingers are flat. So I just go from my pinky over to my thumb. That's just to avoid having a buildup of extra gel on my thumb because it was the first one I did and it sat there. So now I'm going to go ahead and just finish that up and put these under the light for a final cure. And these are the stickers that I used. They came out of this Makartt Saffron Spices kit, I believe. Honestly, I just opened them all up as soon as I got them to see what I was getting, and there were so many stickers in each one, which I didn't see originally. So I was super pumped to get all those stickers. So definitely took them all out of the box they came from, which was not smart on my behalf, but here we are. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put a top coat underneath. The polygel does have like a little bit of a sticky residue. Earlier in the video, I had cleaned it off with just a paper towel and some alcohol, so it wasn't super sticky. And then I go in with my top coat and cure that. I'll do my thumbs separately just because it's weird to stick it under there and make sure it gets cured. All right, and if you've made it this far into my video, I greatly appreciate it. This is my first one, so work with me, guys. I will get better, I promise, especially with recording and making sure I stay in frame. But here is the final look. I'm gonna go ahead and put some pictures at the end too, but super easy, super quick, real time. I got these done in 53 minutes, which was amazing to me. Overall, I really liked how this Lazy Girl Femi Beauty method turned out. It was super quick. I'm not sure I've ever been able to get my nails done this quick. So I would really recommend this for beginners. If you're new to doing your own nails, I would definitely check out a polygel kit from Makartt.